It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Seattle Seahawks and the Kansas City Chiefs. Coming up next.
From one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Coming up, we got a good matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the And wow, a gamble here right off the bat, an onside kick to begin the game. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. They tried to give this home crowd something to cheer about early, but it failed. I don't know, maybe you try that on the road to get some momentum. What about here at home?
Would agree with you totally on that. I think at home, you don't ever want to put your fans in a position where they're questioning what you're doing. And right now, they have to be in the stand saying, why would we even do that? We're already behind you. You don't need us anymore. And this one, boy, an unsuccessful attempt, that could really change momentum this game in a hurry.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Smith. And this is incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some. Right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right, so if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues.
And this is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. And that one results in 35 yards. 1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Barkley is in. Touchdown, Chiefs. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
And he is not going to make it. They stop him up short, and this will remain a 6-0 ball game. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Now Smith. It's caught. Lockett. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. 6-0 our score after 1. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Smith. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This ball
Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be second down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
And they run the option on second down. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And he will have the Chiefs first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. All right, so we skip the rest of halftime and get set for the third quarter. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. And this play still live. He faked the spike, going to throw it. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he's going to get into the end zone. So the fake spike works, and they score. Tyreek Hill, 75 yards. And the Chiefs come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Andy Reid never one to shy away from taking chances. He'll go for 2. Mahomes will throw for it. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. And with a successful 2-point try, the QB rolling out, I would imagine on the defense that makes it tough. When he goes out, he's got the option to run or pass.
Yeah, it really does. If you decide not to bring extra people or extra pressure, maybe you have to have a spy on the quarterback, someone to account for him, because oftentimes that is the unaccounted for player.
And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. The third quarter action from Kansas City. 2nd down and 10. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
Hey, I'm all about defense forcing plays and getting takeaways. But an interception and 2 fumbles in their last 3 offensive possessions.
Time to readjust.
Yeah.
Oh, he fakes a spike. And going deep for Hill. And he's going to get into the end zone. So the fake spike works, and they score. Tyreek Hill, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And the fake attempt here not going to work. Got a little yardage, but not enough to get to the goal line.
Well, I have to admit, I'm scratching my head a little bit here trying to make sense of what I just saw. Number 1, huge lead. Just kick the extra point and be done with it. Number 2, if you are going to go for 2, just line up and go for it from the 2-yard line. Why make it so difficult? That's a long way to go to try and pick up some points.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. To throw on 2nd down is Smith. Left side complete to Lockett. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Now Geno. Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
As they say, this game hasn't exactly been one for the Bucs. I mean, we're into the fourth quarter here, and now this happens, another turnover.
No, he didn't spike it. He faked it. And that'll be caught. Down the right sideline, Tyreek Hill. And he's going to get into the end zone. So the fake spike works, and they score. Tyreek Hill, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And that stretches the lead to 27. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Back to the air, Smith on second down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. So holding on the offense, they go ahead and decline the penalty, and the ball will change hands on the fumble recovery. And now what's this? They fake the spike. He'll throw it. And he will get out of bounds and pick up the first down. So they catch the defense napping, and the fake spike works to move the chains. Oh, now some trickery. They fake the spike. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that's going to be caught. How about that when they fake the spike, and it winds up a touchdown. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. And certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game. Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game. Now Mahomes to the line as the Chiefs are going to go for the 2-point try. And they're just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more. Well, this is something that Pete Carroll should be pretty well familiar with. Remember when he told Jim Harbaugh after losing a ball game and Harbaugh went for 2 late against him, hey, what's your deal? It's the same situation here. Now, I'd kick the extra point, but I am reminded that plenty of coaches feel like it's not their job to worry about the other team. It's their job to worry about their own team. You have to stop us. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one. I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games, and we've seen our share of lopsided